In today's video, we're taking a look at how to install Sharkbite easy and simple. It's so easy, anyone could do everything that we use on the video. We're going to leave a link on the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That does help us out a lot. Thank you. So you woke up today and said to yourself, that's a new noise. It sounds like water droplets. And you know it's not the help you go to sleep station, rainfall, or waterfall. Don't worry, here at the StatUpBox team, we've got your back. A few blocks away, but a back is a back. And the Sharkbite is a push to connect plumbing fitting that allows you to quickly and easily join pipes without soldering, clamps, glue, or tools. It can easily be found on your local hardware store or on the interwebs. We'll leave links on the description. A pro tip: before you start the job, the first thing that you want to do is inspect the Sharkbite fitting. You want to make sure that there's no debris on the inside. If you do find debris, according to the manufacturer, you can clean it with running water. And doing this inspection beforehand is going to prevent future headaches in the future, not now, later on, and have you go from a small job to a big job, having your loved one, family member, or roommate on the household giving you that eye. And because having an in-ground pool is not the goal today, the most important thing that we want to do is shut off the valve that provides water for the pipe that we're working on, or the main line. And now that we got the disclaimers out the way, let's go through the checklist. The first thing that you want to verify is that you have a home. Once you notice that you have a home, you want to locate the victim, I mean the pipe. In this particular case, we're going to show how to install the fitting on PEX tubing and copper tubing. But no matter which of the two, the technique will be the same. If you need to cut your pipes and you're cutting anything but copper, you can use a pipe ratcheting cutting tool. We'll leave links on the description. And basically a PVC ratcheting cutter uses a step-by-step ratcheting mechanism to gradually press a sharp blade throughout the plastic pipe, allowing for clean, controlled cuts with minimal effort. Just insert the pipe, squeeze the handle repeatedly, and the blade does the work. But let's say you're cutting a copper pipe, then in that case you're gonna need a copper pipe cutting tool. In this particular case, we're using a close quarter one, meaning for tight spaces like this one inside of a wall. Remember that the bigger the tool that you get, the larger space you're gonna need to cut. And this particular tool uses a rotating cutting wheel and adjustable pressure to score and slice through the copper pipe cleanly. You clamp it onto the pipe, tighten the knob, rotate around the pipe, and repeat until it cuts through. So that means after a few turns, you tighten the knob, a few extra turns, you tighten the knob until you go completely through. And a pro tip, you don't want to saw back and forth, because what this can do, you can start in one line and then when you notice, you're not even close. You have a few extra lines that now you don't need on the copper pipe. And another pro tip, you also don't want to over tighten the knob and deform the pipe and then have the supervisor, aka spouse, family member, or roommate on the household giving you that eye. In the next step, we want to go ahead and deburr the pipe, and this is specifically for copper pipes. For plastic pipes, what you want to make sure that you inspect it and verify that the cut is smooth, clean, and straight. And a pro tip, straight goes for all pipes. Wink, wink. And basically what deburring a pipe does is remove any sharp edges or burrs left after the cutting process. Using a deburring tool or a reamer to smooth the inside as well as the outside of the pipe ensures a clean, safe connection and prevents damage to the fitting like the O-ring, creating future leaks, aka future headaches. And these deburring tools cleans the inside of the pipe. We'll leave links on the description of the video. And to clean the outside of the pipe, we're gonna use the Sharkbite depth gauge and pipe deburring tool. It not only provides you the depth which the Sharkbite should be inserted to, but at the same time, it helps you deburr the outside of the pipe when turning it. And basically what you do is, if you look at the tool, it has the measurements for pipe sizing. You would pick the one corresponding to your particular pipe, insert it, and twist. And now that we deburred the pipes, the final stage is cleaning. You want to make sure that you don't have any debris inside the pipe that can cause any future failure points, aka create indoor pools or obstructions. So inspecting the pipe on the inside and outside is always the way to go. And for cleaning the inside, we're going to use this copper tubing brush that can be used for 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch copper piping. Another pro tip, according to the manufacturer, aka Sharkbite, if using a copper pipe that has old solder, using a fine sandpaper to remove it, it's okay. But if using new copper, shining the copper with sandpaper or emery cloth as if you were going to solder it is a no-go. And now that we got the preventative measures out the way, we're ready for the installation. And the first thing that you want to do when installing a Sharkbite is marking the insertion depth for your particular pipe. In this case, we're going to use a Sharkbite depth gauge tool, but if not using a tool, you can do this the old school way, using a measuring tape and a marker and going to the manufacturer's website to find out the correct insertion depth for your particular pipe size and type. And what you basically do is take the tool. In this case, we have a 3/4 inch PEX piping, so we use the 3/4 inch hole and insert it just like last night. I mean, wrong video. I'm 100% sure that the editor removed that. Then we put it all the way in. Well, this is not looking good. And then we take our marker and mark the pipe. And a pro tip, you want to make sure that you do this for both pipes. On our copper pipe, we were using 1/2 inch pipe. In that case, we would use the 1/2 inch hole. And now that we have a clean pipe, a marked pipe, what we want to do is take our Sharkbite fitting and insert it all the way through. We want to make sure that we can't see, or at least that we get to our mark. A pro tip, always make sure that you hold the pipe steady with your beautiful strong Hulk hands, because the last thing you want is to push the pipe and everything and create serious damage, aka indoor pool. And another pro tip, according to the manufacturer, when inserting the Sharkbite, you can use a twist motion to help with the insertion, aka just like last night. I mean, wrong video again. And we're basically going to follow the same steps for the other side. Once you notice it's all the way in, we can do the water leak test. We can turn on our water valve and verify for any leaks. The good thing about Sharkbite fittings is that it's DIY friendly, and also after installation you can twist them to its final locations. Another good thing is that Sharkbite fittings can be removed and reused, and to be able to do that, you can use disconnect clips like this one or tong, which you basically fit over the pipe and press it against the fittings to release the collar. Then you pull the pipe out while holding pressure on the collar. No twisting is needed, just a straight pull, meaning rolling up your sleeves using your beautiful Hulk hands and yelling thunder, thunder. I mean, whichever power yell you use, we don't judge. And now you've done it. You can pat yourself on the back for a job well done. You become a black belt master of Sharkbite fittings of your town. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone on the StatUpBox team or someone on the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.